So let's take a look at some broader WNBA conversations, and these are the top teams, starting with the Connecticut Sun, followed by the Liberty, the Lynx, how about the Minnesota Lynx, the Seattle Storm with the new core four, the Las Vegas Aces just getting Chelsea Gray back, and the Phoenix Mercury, where BG has been hooping along with Kyle Copper. So that's the top six, guys, but my question for you is, who is the top team in the WNBA right now? Like, who do you believe the best team is at this very moment?
I'm going with the squad that is 10-1 in their last 11. That's going to be the New York Liberty for me, okay? Because I think when you look at what Brianna Stewart, Jonquel Jones, Sabrina Ionescu are doing this year, this is the team that is finding their chemistry. Right now, they're without Benaja Laney, who I think, quite honestly, is a big-time X factor, the type of player that's in the conversation for Defensive Player of the Year. But it just looks so much better this year from the Liberty. Last year, you could tell it was kind of a first-year thing. They needed to find their way, figure out one another a little bit better. But you got JJ with the career-high field goal percentage. You got Sab, who's having her best overall field goal percentage year. And then Stewie, best personal year in terms of assists, and we know that she's able to score. So I think that the Liberty are trying to get back to where they were last year and have a different result.
Well, if you look at the records, you could go, okay, Connecticut, they only lost 2 games, New York, Minnesota. But you have to look at, I think, the Las Vegas Aces, because now that the point guard is back in Chelsea Gray, now everybody can move into the right position. You had Jackie Young, who was playing out of position at the point, and Kelsey Plum. So when you put Chelsea Gray back on the roster, you allow those two to run the floor. That even opens up more things for Asia. Asia Wilson is putting on an MVP caliber season already.
Absolutely.
With that, what she's been able to do.
Yes, she is.
So I hear you on the Libs. I'll get on them in the playoffs.
Come on.
I'll talk about them in the playoffs. Vegas, I'm with you with Chelsea coming back. I think everyone will be even better having to take on more responsibility. My team.
Talk to us.
And I know I'm going to get some slack for this because they just lost last night, but the Phoenix Mercury, y'all better watch out for BG and company.
They lost.
Brittany Griner at 6'9", playing at a very high level. She's back. She missed a little bit of time. Copper with more 30-point games this season than she is even close to what she's had in her career. Diana Taurasi is not drinking from the fountain of youth. She has a cooler of it in her house, a water cooler full of the fountain of youth. And you add Cloud to that. Rebecca Allen, very underrated. Hear me out. I think we've got a great team in the Valley.
I hear you. Can I have your scripts as the host for a second? Because what you say, the best team in the league right now, and then start her argument talking about something they lost last night.
Yeah.
Anyway, listen, I do think that Phoenix is going to absolutely be formidable for all the reasons that you listed, but they got to work it out. Last night was a little bit confusing.
Oh, no, it wasn't, because Minnesota brought it.
Okay, which is to my next point, the Minnesota Lynx. We have to be having a conversation about them, right? Yeah. Nafisa Collier is having a monster year, 2.3 steals per game, and last night in particular, where y'all want me, because I can give it to you from anywhere. She had an over the right shoulder turnaround fadeaway, and then stepped in and knocked down a 3 just off the break, and of course was running the floor. Her versatility and her stamina, I think, cannot be understated. But then you look at her teammates. Kayla McBride is shooting lights out from the three-point line. Okay, McBuckets is activated. And then I look at a Bridget Carlson and I look at an Alana Smith who had to guard BG last night. The versatility of those two and the way they've just been steady pros and are able to do whatever it is that Cheryl Reeve asks them, the Minnesota Lynx are going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Don't live out Dorka Juhas either.
That's true.
That's
very
a
true.
Great addition. But Connecticut, they're sitting on top. I was just, when they came to Vegas, DeWanna Bonner's got to be more consistent and scoring from the perimeter. That's a tough defensive team, and I'm going to tell you, defense can get you to the finals, but you got to be able to consistently score, and I think DB's got to lead that charge.
I'm just going to cut in right now on behalf of my girl, Sharika Foster-Brasby, okay? There is clearly some disrespect because how do we go from the #1 team in the league to they're the last team mentioned? What is your true concern with Connecticut?
Scoring.
Well, number one, their record, their schedule that they've played so far has not been the toughest. Even Stephanie White will say that. They haven't played the top part of the schedule other than playing the Las Vegas Aces, and they played New York and lost. So once the season, you get into the meat of it, then you'll be able to know.
Yeah.
Well, they have the 4th strongest schedule between now and the Olympic break, so we'll find out a little bit about what the Connecticut Sun is about.
Okay, what's really good?